I've now been governor for at least 14 federally declared disasters, 13 of them weather, and this is one of the worst.
Tornadoes are really scary, and you never really think that it can happen to you. I've never seen a tornado like this in my life.
Devastation lingers tonight in southeastern Kentucky. Hundreds going to sleep tonight without a home. Now the governor calling on everyone to step up and help.
From your local trusted news source, WPLT News starts now.
As you can see, these deadly storms right here ripping through southeastern Kentucky overnight. Good evening, folks. Thank you for joining us for WVLT News at 11. I'm Jared Austin. We now know at least 18 people have died in these storms. Both Laurel and Pulaski counties were hit by this. Take a look at your screens. This is one of these suspected tornadoes in Laurel County. You can see the wind really strong. You can see how quickly it is moving through this area. In Laurel County, at least 17 people died there. Now, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says at least one person also died in Pulaski County, and at least 10 people remain in critical condition in the hospital. But now the search and rescue efforts continue in this area.
You can not only see the destruction, but feel it. But at almost every single one of these plots, you see 10, 11, or 12 people helping out. You see people who have shown up, whether it's extended family that got in their car early this morning and drove in, people from a church in Tennessee, people who have come to help their fellow human being, because at times like this, when things seem darkest, is when you see humanity shine its brightest.
Kentuckians staying resilient tonight, and it's good to hear Tennesseans showing off that volunteer spirit and helping those people. Now, as soon as this tornado hit, people in Kentucky were already on their way to help. Now, this includes people in Pulaski County. Or Evan Lasik, he's in Somerset with this. He's speaking with neighbors about how their area can get through this even stronger on the other side.
A situation that not many here in Somerset, Kentucky expected. So many people I spoke with saying they never experienced and never thought they would experience a tornado here. Now, people left in shock and getting to work to get cleaned up.
Devastation is the only word I can think to describe it.
A situation that has left many in Somerset, Kentucky at a loss for words.
Is gone. A lot of it's just gone.
Homeowners, business owners, both dealing with heartbreaking loss.
It's just sad when you see all these people that have poured their blood and sweat and tears into their businesses and stuff, and then have them, just uprooted in a matter of minutes, actually.
As many businesses are grateful their damage was minimal, they are feeling for their fellow shop owners.
So you definitely have prayers for them, make sure that they can build up and get back to where they were before. But definitely thankful for sure. But I think it'll just make this community, work together and a little bit stronger.
And the community already coming together. One roofing company out all day on Saturday offering free repairs.
After this, I'm going to Monticello, and then Wayne County, London got hit bad too. I get some phone calls over there. So we're kind of doing it everywhere.
Neighbors offering whatever they can to those affected. Some supplying food and drinks to those cleaning up following the tornado.
We thought the least we could do is feed them and be here for them and pray for people, and just do anything else that we can. When we're done serving food to people, we're going to go out and do all the limbs and pick up any debris and anything else that we can do to help. It's all about community, and that's what I feel like Somerset is. We all band together and help each other when we need it.
This is a situation that will take a while to get over, but with neighbors like this, it's hopefully going to make it a little bit easier. Reporting in Somerset, Evan Lasik, WVLT News.
Yeah, these people in southeastern Kentucky need all the help they can get right now. Now, we've talked about a lot of the victims in this. One of those people was a firefighter with the Laurel County Fire Department. They say Major Roger Leslie Leatherman, he died this morning helping out. 39-year veteran of the fire department. He was injured while responding to the damage, later died from it. They say this is a heartbreaking reminder of the dangers first responders face every single day. They continue to ask any volunteers to be careful, give crews time as search and recovery efforts continue tonight. Now, this protects you and the crews who are currently on the ground. Now, take a look at this. This is Levi Jackson Wilderness Road Park, also in Laurel County. Park says it took a direct hit last night. You can see some of the damage left behind in this park. They do say despite this, no one at the campground was injured. Power has been lost, might take several days before it gets back on. Right now, they are working to get camping refunds and ask everyone to please stay away from this area. Now, crews, they've been on the ground all day with these efforts going on. Our sister station in Lexington, they are seeing this firsthand as well. This devastation you can see just like this. We're going to hear from some of the survivors.
As the sun came up Saturday morning in Laurel County, those who live here were finally able to see the devastation. Full homes wiped out, cars crushed beyond recognition, and lives completely turned upside down.
We don't have clothes, we don't have shoes, we don't have anything. Technically, it's all destroyed. I don't even know where we're going to sleep at the moment, so.
For Tina Carnes, this isn't her first time dealing with severe weather at her home off Old Whitley Road. Straight line winds damaged her home 17 years ago, resulting in $50,000 in repairs. But this time, the damage goes far beyond fixing.
Thank God Almighty, my family is okay. They didn't get hurt. Everybody's alive and well. They all got in the closet.
Usually Carnes is the one helping others. She is the CEO of Kentucky Neighbors in Need, an organization that helps the unhoused community. She says she was actually in Pike County taking part in a program that helps those facing natural disasters while the tornado took out her home. She never would have imagined coming back home, she'd be the one needing help.
It's done a 180 on me. I mean, it's, yeah. So I need help right now. I've lost everything.
She says what she also needs is help for her organization so they can help others who are without a home right now. But she also needs assistance finding her dog.
I think my Sadie girl, I think she's buried in there. And I can't get people to come and clear out the debris to get to her.
Over on Court Road, Tanya Poindexter says her home and wildlife rescue was damaged, wiping out the electricity and all the food for her animals.
I mean, I honestly thought we was going to die. I really did.
Poindexter says she doesn't have insurance, so she's unsure how she's going to manage getting back on her feet. But she says folks who follow her rescue on social media are coming out in droves to help make repairs and pick up animals.
I didn't have a chainsaw, I don't have nothing, and I don't have the extra money to pay for somebody to come and help. And they want to. Makes it all what I do worth it.
Going to take days, if not weeks, to get all of this cleaned up. It's going to be a long process, long road to recovery for both these families as well, but they're taking things one day at a time. Now, this cell from this storm started out west. This is actually from our station that covers Missouri and Illinois and Kentucky. You can just see this is I-55 in Sykeston. You can just see what looks like a tornado just moving closer and closer to the interstate there. Sheriff in Scott County, Missouri says at least 2 people have died there. Now, we did have some storms here in East Tennessee, much more mild compared to our neighbors in Kentucky, but this is what it looked like in Seymour last night. Take a look at this, just rapid lightning strikes in that area. You can just see how strong the storm was here as well. Lightning and fast-moving winds proving just how strong these storms were in our area. Do want to get a look at that first alert forecast with meteorologist Todd Hyslop. He joins us now. Todd, we've talked about Missouri, we've talked about Kentucky and Tennessee. This storm covered a large stretch of our area.
Yes, Jared, the jet stream was very strong, and that supercell that created the tornado moving about 500 miles. We had pretty strong winds last night, as well as looking at the base velocities on the 88D National Weather Service radar, and I was seeing large areas of 70-mile-an-hour winds, and that was making it to the ground in large cases. You see mid and high clouds moving in tonight, some severe thunderstorms down in the Arklatex. Don't worry about those. They're going to kind of stay down in that area. But we are getting the blow off. The cirrus tops are coming in overnight. And you can see temperatures right now in the lower 80s up on the Cumberland Plateau, or at least these were highs today. And you see middle and upper 80s, so very warm today on those strong southwest winds. Both your high and low about 5 degrees above the norm for this time of year, and you see temperatures right now dropping down into the 60s plateau, lower 70s in the valley. Coming up, we'll get into a chance for thunderstorms Monday and Tuesday.
Appreciate that, Todd. Thank you. We do have a traffic alert for you tonight as well. Just coming from the storm damage, Tail of the Dragon is back open, and here's why. Take a look at this. A part of it was closed after the storms caused a mudslide there. TDOT crews got it all cleared out, all the debris there. They still say you should still look out for any slick spots because it could still be muddy, could make you slip and slide on the road there. A lot to unpack there from what we've covered in Kentucky and Tennessee and Missouri. But like Governor Andy Beshear says, this will be a long recovery process. Trust us to continue to follow this as Kentuckians remain resilient. We We have the latest information you need inside your WVLT News app. Tonight, an armed and dangerous suspect is in custody due to big help from community tips on this one. Monroe County Sheriff Tommy Jones says Dakota Narisco Rowe is wanted on multiple charges. He was arrested this morning at a home in Tellico Plains. Now, Jones says he is thankful for the tips and information called in from you at home to get him arrested. Right now, 2 firefighters are recovering after a house fire on Elm Hill Road. Take a look at this. This is in West Knox County. Rural Metro Fire says the fire was in the attic portion. House was heavily damaged from this. Thankfully, no one was at home at the time, but unfortunately, 2 firefighters were injured battling this blaze. One of the firefighters, was taken to a local hospital, but both are expected to be okay. Still to come tonight, more than 4,000 calls to Servicing Kentucky during this severe weather event. Our team coverage with Will Puckett continues tonight.
We're going to have a nice Sunday, but weather starts changing Monday and Tuesday. I'll get into the details coming up.
Tonight, families continue with cleanup after the storm hit southeastern Kentucky. Our Will Puckett, he is there tonight talking to a homeowner who says God was watching over her last night.
Well, some of the damage you can see behind me stretches from US 27 all the way to the bypass and beyond of Pulaski County as folks here continue to pick up from Friday night's storm. One woman, Kim Weddle, I spoke to, her family has owned the property that she lives on since the 1940s, and she says Friday night's storm was unlike any other before. The noise of twisted metal being stacked on more twisted metal stretches across Pulaski County.
I'm praying for all. It's devastating.
Kim Weddle lives next to South Kentucky RECC, a property her family has owned for decades. This storm, unlike anything she's experienced before.
Absolutely never. It has snapped trees off. It's uprooted trees out of the yard and part of RECC building. Some of the sheet metal's in the bottom of my pool.
That sheet metal dots her yard and the landscape around her. The sign of a local gas station also found in her yard.
Devastation. It made me literally nauseated to my stomach.
Friday night storm forcing Weddle into her basement, a move she says she's never had to do for any storm before.
I've never ever gone to the basement for a storm. I've never been scared. I always loved the storms. But last night I knew it was different. I heard the freight train sound that they all say, and it was so loud it actually hurt my ears, and I ran to the basement. First time ever.
Weddle now thankful her home was spared, but saying she knows the one person who's died in Pulaski County so far, making this entire situation that much more real.
Sickness and sadness, grief, all of that, all of the emotions. It's just terrible.
Well, this community here in Somerset, thankful that this storm didn't take more lives than it did. They grieve that life lost so far, and they grieve even harder for the many more lives lost just 30 minutes away down the Hal Rogers Parkway. In Somerset, Kentucky, Will Puckett, WVLT News.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Todd Heislop.
Well, we have a nice evening tonight. You can't really see it because the clouds are way up there, around 20 to 30,000 feet, but we've got some cirrus clouds coming in across the area. There's an area of thunderstorms out to the south and west. Don't worry about those. They're going to kind of stay down on that latitude, kind of down in the deep south, but we do have those mid and high level clouds that are kind of advancing, the tops of the thunderstorms being blown off and moving this way. You can see the jet stream kind of separates the cooler air across the northern United States. They've been in the 40s and 50s for highs today, about 10 to 20 degrees below normal, and then it's been very warm to the south, 90s for parts of Florida and South Texas. Right now in Knoxville, 72 degrees. Winds are still 8 miles an hour out of the west-southwest, and they sure were the story today, around 20 to 30 miles an hour with higher gusts. Right now, temperatures are finally starting to drop off a little bit, lower in middle 60s on the plateau, and you can see much of the rest of the area in the lower 70s at the current hour. So Futurecast shows that we will start to see some showers and thunderstorms come out of the Midwest for our Monday afternoon and into the evening. It looks like by about 9 9 to 10 o'clock, those kind of fade away with the loss of heating. On Tuesday, we'll start to see a couple showers in the morning with this warm front lifting northward. But then as we go later into the evening, Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning, we'll see a squall line move through the area with strong to possibly severe thunderstorms. And then a cold front comes in for the rest of the morning hours for Wednesday morning. So Severe Storms Forecast Center has outlooked our area for a risk for damaging winds and large hail. We'll have to watch this. This is kind of noteworthy because they put this out on day 4, which they usually don't do. Future rainfall, you can see that first area on Monday, just around 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. But as we move into Tuesday with those stronger showers and thunderstorms, rainfall amounts up around 1 inch to possibly even 2 inches on the Cumberland Plateau out to the north and west. Well, if you're headed out to Covenant Health Park for the baseball game, Knoxville Smokies, 2 o'clock first pitch, mostly sunny, warm high of, well, 79 degrees at first pitch. We'll be warming into the lower 80s for our highs that you'll see. 63 degrees our low tonight, and winds still kind of out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. There it is for tomorrow, another warm day, mostly sunny skies. There'll be a few more clouds in the morning, but we'll call it mostly sunny in the afternoon. And your winds will be out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour, so not quite as strong as they were today, and that's good news. You can see across the area for tomorrow, we'll see highs in the middle and upper 70s on the Cumberland Plateau, and in the foothills of the Appalachians, kind of the same story, a little bit cooler. In the valley, though, we'll be in the lower 80s. Your 8-day planner, you can see how active it's going to get. On Monday, we have that chance for showers and thunderstorms. Those will be a little bit more garden variety, but we could have one strong storm on the plateau. Tuesday, as we start to go into the evening hours, that's where we'll start looking for the chance for strong to severe thunderstorms, high of 84. Wednesday, a few more showers continue in the morning. And then as you see, we start to dry out Thursday and Friday. But look at how cool it is, upper 60s to around 70.
Hope you've had a great Saturday, everyone. Tennessee softball was looking to make it to championship Sunday, and the Lady Vols got a big win to start the NCAA tournament against Miami of Ohio. Today, a chance to take down another team from the Buckeye State, the state institution of Ohio, Ohio State. Let's go to the highlights. Lady Vols have a 1-0 lead early. In some trouble here, though. Carlin Pickens, though, second straight day. She gets a second inning double play to get out of some trouble. And then let's go to the fourth, bottom of the fourth. Runner on third, back up the middle goes Gabby Leach. Leach, who had a home run yesterday, makes it 2-0 Tennessee. Against the best scoring team in the country, you got to have great pitching. To win, Carlin Pickens is a pretty good option. How about a complete game? 10 strikeouts for KP. Back to the offense. Sophia Nugent just feet away from a 3-run bomb, but that's still good for a sacrifice fly to make it 3-0 Lady Vols. They'd add one more right here, courtesy of Laura Mueller. Back up the middle she goes. This was one of Tennessee's best offensive approaches in the past few weeks. They score enough to give Carlin Pickens some cushion. Ohio State scores too late, but it's not enough. Tennessee is off to the regional championship. Here's Riley Robinson with more from Lee Stadium.
It's true when they say, do not fear, Carlin Pickens is here. Pickens does a tremendous job in the circle, and the Tennessee offense does what it needs to do as the Lady Volunteers come away with a 4-2 win over Ohio State and now on to Championship Sunday. There's a reason that she's the back-to-back SEC Pitcher of the Year and a National Player of the Year contender. Pickens was almost untouchable in the circle today. 10 strikeouts and kept an explosive Buckeyes offense to below 100 at the plate through the first 5 innings. Ohio State got some timely hits in the 6th, but Tennessee escapes before too much damage is done. The Tennessee ace delivers against an Ohio State offense that leads the nation in home runs and slugging percentage.
Yeah, well, it's postseason. No game is handed to you. And, you know, I think Ohio State, like Carrie mentioned, it's a great offensive team. I do think that I kind of take it up a level when I'm out there competing. Yeah, just like really just trust myself, I think, is the main thing. I have a lot of confidence out there, and I like to be in those pressure moments just so I can help my team. I got us in it, so I'll get us out.
Tennessee's offense came up big when it needed to. The Lady Volunteers scored in many different ways. Everyone tallied a hit besides Sophia Nugent, but Nugent came up with a big RBI sac fly in the 5th inning. Tennessee's leadoff batter reached base in 5 of the 6 innings. Coach Weekly liked what she saw from her offense today, just simply putting the ball in play.
Everybody was productive, and that's the kind of offense we are, and that's the kind of offense we need to be, not relying on any 1 or 2 people, but everybody adding something. This is just going to keep moving us around the bases and ultimately allow us to score runs.
I think we work so hard in practice on like moving runners over when we have runners in scoring position. Whatever we can do to get that runner to score is just a big focus that we love to like work on, and we love getting in those situations because that gives us a chance to work on that situational hitting.
Now it's on to regional finals Sunday. Tennessee in the best possible spot they could be in, the winner's bracket. The Lady Volunteers will face off against Ohio State again tomorrow at noon with a trip to the Supers on the line. Reporting at the Knoxville Regional, Riley Robinson, WVLT Sports.
Thank you, Riley. Let's see how Ohio State punched its ticket to Championship Sunday. They did it the way that they've won games all season long, with plenty of home runs. Cami Korthokrax hits a 3-run bomb. Then we've got another one, this one courtesy of Reagan Milliken. That made it 4-0 in the 3rd. And then with a 9-1 lead, Hadley Parisian makes it a 10-run ball game. That was your final. 11-1. Ohio State run rules their fellow Ohio program. And the Lady Vols will face the Buckeyes for a spot in the Super Regionals. Ohio State will have to win twice tomorrow as we take a look at that matchup for you. Tennessee able to hold Ohio State in check with just 2 runs earlier today. As we take a look at that matchup, there it is, at noon. That's game 1. As for game 2, if necessary, it will follow about 30 minutes afterwards. Can Tennessee hold that Buckeye offense in check? That will be the question as we head into tomorrow. Lady Vols looking to punch their ticket to the Supers. Imagine telling someone a month ago Tennessee baseball wouldn't have a double bye in the SEC tournament, and they may not even host a regional. Well, that's the reality for the Vols, needing a win today to most likely keep their chances of playing in Knoxville again alive in the final game of the regular season at Arkansas. Things started well for the orange and white. Gavin Keelan scores here off the bat of Hunter Ensley. Shortstop can't handle it. It's 1-0 Tennessee. It's 1-1 in the 2nd. Andrew Fisher has been as good as anyone in the entire country as of late. He drives in Cannon Peebles from 2nd. There's number 5 motoring around to make it 2-1. But Arkansas, like good teams do, they answer. They tie it in the bottom half. In the 3rd, bases are juiced. And this one puts it away. Ryder Helfrich sends one to the moon. It's got enough carry into the bullpen. Grand slam. Makes it 6-2 Hogs. Logan Maxwell effectively puts it away. Runners on the corners. He sends one to left. Left fielder can't handle it. And it's 8-2. Tennessee falls. They've lost 5 consecutive SEC series as we head to Hoover. Next week, Tennessee will be the 8th seed in the SEC tournament. They begin play Wednesday at 10:30 in the morning. Maryville College, how about the Scots? They are still alive in the Division III tournament, winning the first D3 game in tournament history. They downed Marymount 8-6. They will play again tomorrow in an elimination game to try to make it to the regional championship. That's your look at sports. We'll wrap up the news after this.
So everyone's going to love that we have a beautiful Sunday coming up here, and dry, and temperatures will be in the low 80s there. We do get active again, though, Monday afternoon, some showers and thunderstorms. The big ones come in later Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, with maybe some severe thunderstorms there, and then we dry out about end of the week there. So
you're saying get outside tomorrow while we can, maybe avoid those storms, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Have a good night.